Welcome back, everyone. This is Jarenitis bringing you Feed the Beast 1.6. This is going to be episode 13. Lucky 13. I should have saved this one for when I told you about my portal gun. Oh my. The loss. Moving on. So now, since I've lost my portal gun, I am now carrying around... Wrong ender pouch. This ender pouch, which now keeps most of my important supplies in it. Now, if I die, my stuff will still be here, preserved for me to come and get later. Anyway, I had a couple of problems with the spawner, or with the spawn killer, and we're going to address those problems now. I've done a little bit of change up in between episodes, prepping for what I'm going to do now. We are going to change how we gather things, how we work with other stuff, and we're going to basically build a little sub-basement, very little, right here, to help handle some of the stuff that is going to be generated by this killer. The reason I want to do it this way is because as things evolve and I find another portal gun and I get other spawners and such, I'm going to want to have different things being produced by this, and having it set up the way I have it is just not going to function the way I want it to. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some new items. We've already created a power source, which I have not had the time to actually get into using. I have several ideas of what I'm going to do with it, actually really good ideas, and I will get into those maybe later this episode, depending on how fast I can get this other done. So in the meantime, we're going to make some liquid transport pipes and some item transport pipes. The liquid transport pipes should be the copper on either side of lead, and that makes fluiduct. This is the new version of the liquiduct. Liquiduct was the previous one. We're going to go ahead and make... we'll just go ahead and make a stack of them. Well, it wouldn't be quite a full stack either way. And we're going to go ahead and make some item ducts, which are going to be lead on either side of tin. These are the very basic item ducts. There are better ones, and we will get into the better ones, but for now, we're not going to do that because it requires using the power source to create an item that I don't have yet. So we're going to get into that later because I want to finalize, or at least for the moment, finalize this build that we have going on down here. So now that we have liquid ducts and item ducts, we are going to bring with us some servos because apparently we need these now. This is something rather new to me. I didn't realize this was going to be the way it was going to be, but this is how it's going to be. So let's see. We need a place to put the items. So we're going to have... Let's see. We're only making blaze rods right now, so we're going to put this so that items output to this side. Yep. And we're going to put it so that experience outputs to that side. That's correct as well. How did he do that? Oh, because I've got a hole right now. I'll fix that here in a minute, but that's fine. So, items to this side. Experience to this side, bringing those together. Correct. Alright, so now we're going to put the item duct, the fluid duct. Okay, we're going to put the fluid duct here. We're about to make a mess of this, but it's okay, I'll fix it. Alrighty, that takes care of that. So now, that will let the liquid EXP come down through, and like that. If these guys would stop trying to light me on fire, okay, stop successfully lighting me on fire, I'd be a lot happier. Let's see, so the other thing we're going to do is we're going to use the item ducts, and the item ducts are going to connect. You know, this is the problem with doing this while working with blazes. You get caught on fire, like, a lot. Wow, that hurt a whole lot, and these guys are still trying to kill me. Anyway, we're going to, I don't want this connecting to the turtle, so we're going to right-click it until it doesn't. And now we're going to add another item duct here, and that's going to connect it to that. And change that to that, and that should, in theory, start emptying into... Okay, it's not pulling them yet, and that is because I haven't done this. We right-click this with the pneumatic servo, and oh look, it even gives us a message. It says pneumatic servo has been installed. Now, when we right-click here, nope. Why isn't it working? Alright, stack size 64. Whitelist. I want whitelist. How about we just ignore redstone and... Why isn't this working? It should be moving the items out of there and into here, unless it doesn't connect to the hoppers. Items output to that side. It's hooked into there. That's kind of weak. I can't believe this isn't working. I wonder if you have to actually put it on a list. Oh, God. I was worried about the blazes. My turtles are killing me a lot worse than they are. Okay, well, this isn't working. I don't know why it's not working. It's supposed to be working. Whoa, they have colors. Okay, well, I guess we will add that to it. We'll go in here and we'll whitelist those, and now will it let them out? It's still not letting them out. Okay, well, I guess that we're going to have to create an inventory for these to move into. And, well, that's okay. I brought one chest with me. Let me fly over here, grab another chest, and this should work. I really wish it would just pull straight out of the hopper itself, but that's fine. Later, I might actually change the way the system works later on. I just now had a thought into what else I'm going to be working with, but we'll get into that as well, given some time. Now then, we should have stuff in here. Yay, we do. We don't need this stuff. We don't need that stuff. And now we're going to configure this for items to come out. I'm going to add the servo, and now it should be pulling items out. Why isn't it pulling items out? Okay, ignore MBT, disabled. There it goes. It was a redstone signal? Where was a redstone signal coming from? I don't know, but let's do a quick test here. And we'll... We'll get caught on fire real quick. It's okay, I can wind up on fire, in here with the blazes, in here with my turtles, and I'm gonna die! Well, that was fun. Yeah. Was burnt to a crisp while fighting computer craft. That's an interesting death message. Let's see. Am I still a bat? Yes, I am. Let's go get my stuff. And the rest of my stuff. Well, I guess that's proof that part of it works. A bit of a pain to have to test it that way, but that's okay. Let's, yeah. Did I mention that the turtles are kind of ruthless? The turtles are kind of ruthless. Alrighty, where's my wrench? Where is my wrench? Where's my... did it get pulled over here? It did. Well, at least now I know that both of those are functioning correctly. Now we will trip this. 12 times 64 plus 2. And we're going to set this to ignore. 12 times 64 plus 13, 14, good. That is working. Yes, excellent. All right, so now I want to, for now, that's good enough. We are going to actually generate one more thing, and I'm probably going to put an excess overflow. For now, let's see. Let's upgrade. Oh, there's already a pneumatic servo installed here. Okay. Let's see. I want to figure out where all my stuff is. Fluid duct, no. Item duct, yes. Okay, so it's going to pull anything, because I'm not setting a whitelist on this one. Anything that goes into this is going to get pulled out and put into here. It's going, if it's not blaze rods, it's just going to sit here because it has nowhere to go with it. So if it happens to be something other than blaze rods, we want to give it somewhere to go. So we're going to put this over here. Actually, you know, I don't want to have to see that, so let's do it like this. Yeah, that'll work. And we will do the same over here. Like I said, when items that come through that aren't blaze rods, I definitely want to have them have a home. We don't want them to just go nowhere. So I need my shovel. Where's my shovel? My shovel is probably put away. Yep, there we go. Alrighty. Well, this all could have gone a lot smoother, I'll tell you that. Oh boy. Alright, did we bring the extra chests with me? I thought I did. Actually, I know I did. Didn't I? Well, maybe I didn't. Anyway, so now we're going to go and grab some more chests, because apparently I didn't before. And my inventory's a mess, it's making it take longer, and I'm not going to get everything done I wanted to in this episode. It's amazing how fast the time goes. It really is. But, let's see, that's going to go there. And that's going to go there. So now, anything that's not a blaze rod should get sucked up here. Let's test this real quick. Those got sucked in there, they got put in there, and now... Oh look, a blaze trophy. Well, another blaze trophy. Did they not get taken? They did get taken. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Okay, good. So that is going to work how I want it to. Alright, so that takes care of any of the item problems. For now, blaze rods will go into here because they are the closest container that accepts them. Because the item transfer ducts will put the items into the closest container at hand. So now anything that happens to not be blaze rods will wind up in these chests on the side, and that will be wonderful. Why is there a blaze rod right there? There shouldn't be. Well, I'll deal with that here in a minute. So now then, what we want to do is we want to do something with the experience. We don't want to have the experience going nowhere. That would be horrible. So what we need to do is make an item that I've never made before that's going to require stuff that I just am so lucky to have found, some steel. We're going to make a drum. But first, actually, since I'm on this page right now, we need an XP bottler, which is going to be iron ingots around a glass bottle. Now, once we get the experience collected by the hopper, the once the hopper collects the experience, it turns it into a liquid instead of little floating experience orbs. And the liquid has to be, you can't just like drink the liquid or do anything like that. It has to have something specific done with it. So that being the case, we need to have somewhere to store the liquid, and then something that takes the liquid and turns it into something usable again. So we're going to store the liquid in drums. These are new. I've never made them before, but we're going to make an empty drum. We need weighted pressure plates. We need steel. It's going to take 6 steel per. I only have 10 steel, so I can only make 1. But we're going to need to make a couple other little things real quick. But we can make it all right here. We're going to need a cauldron. And we're going to need weighted pressure plates. And we're going to need more iron. I don't know what pressure plates have to do with this particular thing, but so be it. And we should now be able to make a drum. Alright, a drum is actually a really cool thing to have. In this case, the drum uses steel, which is not easy to come by. I haven't started steel production yet. Steel is actually not an easy thing to get. However, since I did happen to find some, we wind up lucky. This drum has a small amount of XP juice. So now, would you stop trying to kill me, you stupid blazes? Whoa. Okay, maybe you're not so stupid. You're firing through cracks in the wall and the glass. I was about to say, I'll go put myself out real quick. Alrighty, so now we're going to fill in under here. Do I want to fill it in with glass? I don't think I want to fill it in with glass. I want to fill it in with something other. Because I don't want to have to see this stuff. I'm going to fill it in with... dirt works for now. Anything to stop these stupid things from trying to kill me constantly. Alright, that'll be good enough for now. That should stop them from trying to kill me. I can fill in this hole right here, and that hole right there. And that, in theory at least, should... Oh, wait a minute. That's why this is happening. Why can't I get through this hole? I know I'm small enough. Aha, there we go. No, 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 not that. Don't want to die again. Alrighty. The problem is now that Blaze is actually up on top of that, so now I have to kill him. I have to make it personal. Whoa, and I think I'm gonna die again. Yep. Yay! Let this be a lesson to you, boys and girls. Blazes don't like you. And as I've said in the past, when you have your face burnt off, it's not pleasant. And if you've ever had your face burnt off, you know how painful that can be. So, now that I have had my face burnt off, I can say, hey look, that was painful. I'll tell you what, I'd be upset that I was losing experience if I wasn't about to be, have a fully functional experience generator. Okay, item duct, no, where's the liquid duct? I'll bet it got sucked up into the hoppers. Hey look, stuff. Where's the rest of it? I know I have more fluid duct. Is it still in transit? Okay, where's my fluid duct? Huh. Oh. Okay, that was kind of weird. Alrighty, well anyway, here's my fluid duct, so we're going to go ahead and put this in place. We're going to take my XP bottler, and we're going to place it. I decided that I want it to be in this corner right here. So, we're going to go over here, and once I find my pick, amongst all my other randomly assorted stuff now, we're going to have alrighty, now we need to take my wrench and a servo, and we're going to take that as an output, put the servo in, tell it to ignore a redstone signal, and now we should have experience in the bottler. Bingo, we have experience in the bottler. Good. That means that all this is functioning exactly as I want it to. So we can actually now cover this up. I will leave this section open for future use, but for now we can put in a floor that we can walk on without falling into this section. Because as we continue, there will be additions, changes, revisions, and so on. And no, it's not going to be pretty. I don't usually go for pretty until I get a very firm footing as to what I'm doing. So there we have it. Now, the fun part about this is also that since we have these item ducts and can do stuff with them, I'm going to assume this is going to work. Oh, well, it would if I could open it. Now that we have that, we can actually set up a preliminary sorting system. And with this sorting system comes the next stage of auto mining. The next stage of auto mining should be pretty fun. Oh, you won't? Really? Wow. Oh well. It was worth a shot. It would have been really cool if I could have done that, because then it would just auto-feed them. But I guess instead, I will just have to have this chest that will never break, because I'm flying, and flying makes everything take forever to break. So now, I guess instead, what we'll do is we'll take the wrench, we will rotate that chest, and then we will, you know, instead of putting another chest, I'm just going to put the bottles, the excess bottles, in this chest, and in this thing we will put the bottles. So now it's making these bottles into bottles of enchanting, which then we can throw at our feet and have experience. Yay. I don't need to be a bat anymore, and it's really hard to deal with being that short. It gets to be very annoying. Alright, excellent. This is now a fully functioning, ready to rock killing machine. They can't get to me, they can't hit me with anything, and I'm going to be able to gather blaze rods and experience. And why is that experience not getting sucked into the hopper? Okay, there it went. So yeah, there we go, and we're still making that, and this is still staying full, so we're good to go. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is we want to start a very basic auto sorting system. So I happen to have carved out this hole in the wall I was intending to use it for something else, but I don't remember what that something else was. So now we're going to use it for this. We're going to take this ender chest, because this is going to be my green ender chest, is going to be my sorting chest. And we are going to put the sorting chest right here. Now, from this chest, we're actually going to take item ducts and pneumatic servos, and there's something underneath my mouse and it's making it drag and it's driving me nuts. Okay, that should be a little better. Alright, anyway, so item duct, we're going to put the item duct here and here. Hopefully it will pull out of both of these and be able to function that way. And we're going to run this around the room. And then, because I don't want to forget about this, because I've already forgotten about it before, I'm going to get my pouch out. I'm going to get my scanner out. And I'm going to scan this stuff, because I never have. Seriously, that's it? Wow, that's horribly cheap. Oh well. It was this research point. I'm not going to knock it. It's a research point. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, I've already done that. So we're going to configure this. And we're going to turn it off. Oh, okay. These things default to a high redstone control. That's why they weren't working before. Their default setting is high. High means it requires a redstone signal to function, and I don't want that. So, that's wonderful. That's great. Now that I realize that, we can move on. Now I'm going to wrench this to be outputting. So now, anything that goes into this box will be automatically sorted into something else. Nothing's happening right now because there are no inventories for it to go in. So the first thing I want to do is give it an inventory to go in. Did I actually? I think I have plenty of wood now. Yes, I do. Let us make some more barrels because I'm going to use a ton of them doing this. There's 6 more barrels. And for the purpose of demonstration right now, we will just do it like this. 1 double barrel, and this double barrel is going to hold cobblestone. We're going to actually do this better at a later date, but for now, this is how it's going to go. Now, it's not sorting that because it still has no way to put it in there. But we're going to turn the barrel upside down, and now it should, in theory at least, sort its way in there. And there we go. So, in between episodes, I'm going to flush this out a little bit. We're going to put double barrels all around pretty much the entire room. And we're going to have all the different things. Oh gosh, no, you know I can't do it like that yet. I'm not actually ready for that. This is going to be sorting for just mining. This isn't going to be anything that we're going to use to sort aside from stuff that we get from mining. However, the stuff we get from mining is getting to be such a large number of things, it's going to be, this room may not be big enough. The plus side is now that we can rotate barrels, I can put barrels above and below, and it should automatically, as long as I'm only using barrels, then it will automatically keep stuff where I want it to be kept, and I won't have to worry about stuff going into wrong places or popping out on the ground or whatever. So next episode, I will have this generally fleshed out a little bit. I'm going to make a bunch of barrels. I'm going to put them out, and then we're going to get some power usage done. I think the first thing I'm actually going to wind up doing is flattening out the land outside and building a proper house. I'm having a hard time finding spaces to do stuff in. You know, I created this enchanting room because I dug it into the wall. It's really cool and all that I can dig into places and make spots and stuff, but I think it would actually be a lot better if I just had a big flat spot that I can go ahead and build a house in. That being said, I am probably going to create a new item, and I'm probably going to level most of what you see here. I'll probably start out in this direction and level this whole section here, and there's a special item that we're going to use that's going to do it for me. I was actually going to do it by hand, and then I was like, no, not gonna happen. So this is Jaronitis saying goodbye on episode 13, and we'll see you for episode 14 while we do some more stuff and proceed to spread the gaming.